Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Foxman Plays Planet Coaster. I'm very excited to be bringing this new series to you. Actually, it's gonna kind of be a couple of series, and I'll explain that in a minute. But hopefully, that's good news for you guys. Planet Coaster is a game. It's been available in its alpha form since earlier this year, March of 2016. And I've been playing the alpha version maybe for the past few weeks, and it's been great. And then just recently, the initial beta release has come out, and that's going to be fully available to everybody November 17th. So this is a bit before November 17th that I'm recording this. But, anyways, yes, it's gonna be exciting. If you're in the Thrill Seeker, if you backed it or bought the Thrill Seeker package, you will already have the beta access. This is developed by Frontier Developments, and currently it's only for Windows, as far as I know, so you can get it on Steam. And these are the guys that did the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So this is like a spiritual successor, as I've read. And one hell of a successor, I must say. If you're at all into kind of construction management type games, I mean, they're becoming more and more popular with all sorts of genres these days. This is, I think, up many people's alleys. It's not too niche of a thing. You know, most people enjoy theme parks, I would assume. I know I sure as heck do, and just the level of customization in this game and all the things you can do with it really makes it, you know, something I'm going to personally be spending, I can tell you, hundreds of hours on. I've already spent a lot of time in the short amount of time that I've had it. So I'm really excited to be bringing this to you. So quickly before I get into the game, I will say that this series that I'm going to be doing, in at least this video, is part of the kind of like the career/challenge mode. There's also a creative mode in the game, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time in that. Again, there's just so much stuff to do. I felt almost doing two concurrent series might actually be better than kind of flipping and flopping back and forth in one series. You know, maybe there's viewers out there, you guys only want to see kind of the career stuff and the challenge mode stuff. Totally fine. I'm going to be doing that in this series, and then in the other series is just kind of like freeform, unlimited money in the creative world. We'll have a separate theme park for that, and I can go to town. And the reason for that as well is in the career mode, to my understanding, we won't be on the same theme park. You know, each scenario is a different theme park, and we're given challenges to meet. So we don't get to spend a ton of time with them before we move on to the next. So that's kind of the reason why I wanted to split them up. Another reason is because of the blueprints, and I really want to get a lot of those going on in the creative mode. And if you're wondering what blueprints are, basically in the game you can create a roller coaster or some kind of building assets, click a button, and it saves that as a blueprint. So if you ever want to plunk another one down, you can, or if you want it accessible in one of your other parks, it's totally there. And the even cooler, what's cooler than cold? Ice cold. The ice cold thing is that you can upload it to the Steam Workshop with a click of a button or two, and it's available to your friends and other people who search it. They can subscribe to your stuff, and they can favorite it. It's really cool. As well, you can see over here we've got some featured creators. So those are like deemed by Frontier as the featured creators. I am not one, but maybe someday I will be good enough. But you can search the workshop. You can just look at your friends list, or like, you know, friends that have the game, go through that, or just show all. And if you look at this, I know this doesn't look like me, but the avatar customization isn't like super detailed. It's fun though. The actual avatars are really animated and great expressions and all that stuff. So this is just my guy. I gave him a cheesy little mustache, and you can see I've tried out just uploading one. This is actually on the Steam Workshop. I call it Brad's Rad Ribbon. This isn't too crazy of a roller coaster. When I was actually building it, I was doing it as a way of like, let's try and make one that doesn't make the people that ride it puke. So it's kind of trying to be realistic, and we'll get into that later. Maybe not in this episode necessarily, but in future stuff, episodes I'll be talking about. You know, when creating custom roller coasters, the kind of stuff we want to do and try to avoid and all that. But anyways, as well, there's a lovely Momo. She doesn't have anything. Here's Mr. Northern Lion, Isaac baby. That's him. So he's actually uploaded this neck breaker, and I've tried it out, and I've got to say, Ryan, it's abysmal. It's hilarious. But anyways, I love Ryan. It's fun. So one thing we're going to be doing, actually, because I know he said he's going to likely be producing a lot of Planet Coaster content on his channel as well. So we're going to be kind of making blueprints and stuff, and sharing them amongst each other, which I think is really going to help with the longevity of this game, and it just makes me want to play it even more, just being able to share with other people and see what kind of things they're doing. They can see what I'm doing. I think that's a really cool feature, and they've implemented it pretty well. It's easy to do. Anyways, without further ado, this episode, we're going to try to do the first scenario. So I'm just going to go to play. Again, you can see the different modes. I've talked about them. There's career mode, which is what we're going to be doing at the beginning of this series. When the beta is in full release, they're going to have more career scenarios. Right now, there's only 2. And then once I do all the career stuff, I think I'm then going to transition to the challenge mode. So basically, that's like we have our own park, we manage it. We start with, well, they say manage your money to succeed in this mode. You'll have limited options to begin with until you earn your way to a bigger park. So we're going to do that after the career mode. And then the other series is just going to be full-on sandbox for quite a while. And just to do some wacky stuff and kind of keep that separated. So I know it's maybe a little bit confusing, but I think it's the best way to manage it, given the way they're releasing the content in this game and the different modes and all that stuff. So if we go to this, you can see I've already done the first scenario. I wanted to really understand what exactly it was like and how difficult it would be going into this video, so I apologize that I'm not going into it blind, but it's still, you know. Anyways, so I'm not going to resume it. I'm going to start it over. I don't know why I would resume it, because I've beaten it. But so there's Captain Lockjaw's Buried Treasures, so you can see there's actually 3 scenarios. We only have access to the first one, which is what we're going to be doing this episode. The other one that I will be tackling in the next episode is Princess Amelie Ding Dong Fairy Tale. So this is Monolith, and that's part of the beta. So I have no idea what that is about, other than it's seeming to be a reference to Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was actually, what was it, 1968? Not the title starts 2001. It wasn't made in 2001. Anyways, well, we're gonna be doing that one in the next episode. These scenarios that can actually take a good chunk of time to accomplish. So I am just gonna hit start, and I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. Just some nice apple cider, non-alcoholic. So here we go. I'm going to hit pause. Oopsies, I actually sped it up. So O changes the speed. You can see in the bottom right corner here. It'll speed it up, and then P will pause and unpause the game. So they give us this little toggle here on the side for objectives. We have 3 kind of difficulties to aim for. Basically, we can just say, like, all right, we beat it on easy, move on to the next, but come on. Come on, who wants to do that? I want to beat it on hard, and I have beat it on hard. I know it's doable, and I know generally what I have to do. But hey, there's many ways to skin a cat, so the way that you will play this and you will beat this can be quite varied from how I will do it. I think in the earlier scenarios, though, they might not be quite as varied. because this is a good way to kind of get into the game. Going into creative is fun and all that, but if you don't know the controls and what you're doing, you don't really have a objective or sense of direction, then you might not be like wanting to learn as much, feeling as motivated. Very powerful game. There's a lot of customization, so you're going to want to spend some time getting used to the controls, and really feeling comfortable. After a while, it's like muscle memory and stuff, as with most new skills. So, back at this. So we've got the 3 difficulties. So to accomplish easy, we have to attract 800 guests. Currently, there are 690. Nice. And we have to build 2 rides. Currently, there is 1. That is this ride, and I'll explain why there's only 1. You're like, but there's a roller coaster right there. What's going on? I'll explain that in a minute. Medium, get up to 900 guests, build 4 rides, and then hard is 1,100 guests and reach a monthly profit of 10,000. So these 2 can be kind of tricky. They can be kind of tricky, but I think with enough time and enough tweaking, we can make it happen. So I'm just going to collapse this for now. So when I say a ride, or when the game says a ride, really they mean these kind of like, think more of like kids rides, I guess, kind of like, not like big theme park, amusement park rides, just these smaller, like you'd see at a county fair kind of thing. These are classified under roller coaster, essentially. So they're split up into 2 different categories. So something to keep in mind. Like if we go to coasters, you can see I ain't got diddly squat here. And part of that is because of the scenario. They don't want us to start with that. And as well, there's a research aspect to this game. Track rides are kind of like, think of those little trains and stuff, or monorails, or just like fun little rides that go slow. They're mainly meant for babies, like really. Well, the monorail can be used as transport in this game, but again, we don't have access to it in the scenario, so I can't show you. These are the rides. So this is the Rocktopus that you can see there. Cost $1,400. So we're going to need to put in a few more rides. We've got the Carousel, the Wild Blue, and Insanity. Now, we're not limited to putting in 1. We could just put in a bunch more of these if we wanted, but, variety is good. As well, the game features a whole bunch of different shops, because it's about managing the whole theme park, right? It's not just like putting in some rides and stuff. You can do that in creative if that's all you want to do. But for someone like myself, I like understanding the whole scope. I think that's really fun. So part of that is these shops here, and we can use these nifty little filters here. Again, they've only got so much stuff in this scenario. There's more if you play creative. It's all unlocked for you. But burger store, the Chief Beef store, Fairy Tale Village, food kiosk, so on and so forth. We've got some drink shops. Normally there'd be gift shops. We need to manage, restrooms. People, after they eat food and drink and maybe feel a little nauseous after getting off a ride, they need a restroom. First aid, again, there's actually first aid. It's just all these things we don't have yet for various reasons. And you can make custom shops if you want. So we can actually start. This is the actual Chief Beef, I guess, module. And then what you do is you place the various assets, walls and windows and all the props and stuff around it. So that's really cool. You can actually, make your own shops. You don't need to use these pre-made versions. So we could create what you're seeing right here. We could pretty much create this. All these little things like the doors and the banner and the flags, all that stuff. Those are little individual assets that get tacked on, and then you save it as a blueprint. And so you can see the little red grate there. That's the original store, and then all this other stuff is kind of tacked on top. So it's really, really cool. For this scenario, I'm not going to be doing too much custom stuff, just because, once we beat it, we beat it, and we move on. And then we've got all the scenery stuff. Again, you're really going to want to get used to doing the different filters and stuff. So you've got props, you've got nature, and even subcategories. So you can say, I just want to see some trees, I want to see bushes, so on and so forth. And again, I'm a broken record, but there are more bushes than 3 bushes in the game. That's just this scenario. So, yes. And we're going to need these things, actually, because part of these rides, if I click on this, there's statistics, right? And one of them is the queue scenery rating. So people need something to look at when they're waiting in the queue line. You know, they get bored, and it's nice to have some props or some nice scenery to look at. So that's going to affect people's thoughts about the ride, whether they want to go on it, whether they want to wait in the line, and ultimately spend money on the ride and in your theme park. You know, a happy customer is a customer that's going to pay money. As well, each ride has these 3 aspects to it. There's the excitement, fear, and nausea. So we'll get more into that again later in maybe this episode, or maybe the next episode or future episodes for sure. Basically, there's a Goldilocks zone for, well, excitement, you want to get it as high as possible. All right? There's nothing bad about getting it as high as possible. If it's too low, though, people don't want to go on it. Fear is kind of like you want it in the middle. You want them to be afraid to an extent, but not too afraid that they think they're going to die, and then not just like not afraid at all, because then that is like, well, you know, people like to be scared a little bit, I guess. It's weird. And the nausea, you want it to be as low as possible. It's hard to do that, though, while keeping fear and excitement kind of high. But basically, you don't want it, you know, off the charts. So when we're making our own custom coasters, that's something we really need to take into consideration. For these pre-made ones, it's not as much we can do about that. So anyways, there's going to be a lot more stuff in this game. I'm going to be talking about it as I go. And just one more thing before I build or start this scenario, why don't we take a quick look around and show you this? Because the cool thing is, the devs made this, but I could make this. You could make this. This is all done with in-game tools and meticulously placing everything. You know, down to the terraforming, you can make your own little lakes here. You can use the terrain tools here. I'm not going to be doing this myself in this one, but I mean, you can pull up the land. Well, here, I'll show you a little bit, but it costs money. You can push it down. You can flatten the foundation, so on and so forth. So in my creative series, I'm probably going to be going over that much more immediately. So you'll probably want to check that out. But yeah, essentially we can do everything here, which is what blows my mind, and I think a lot of people, is just how much you really can make this your own thing. And it's not even that difficult, honestly. It's just like a lot of it takes time and maybe a bit of creativity and seeing what other people are doing. But like, you've got these animatronic dudes doing their thing, and you can have triggers on stuff, so like it'll trigger them to turn on when certain other stuff happens. Maybe like a roller coaster's going by, and then boom, 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 you've got all these guys shooting. Same thing with these dudes up here. You know, they've made this whole, like, this is a building, this is a building. You know, they've put them all together to look really cool, and they've put them on this this kind of rock here. They've done a fantastic job. And, they got this nice little pathway that kind of comes through and looks over the water. Like, all these plants and torches, everything is placed one by one. All these rocks, trees, and there's different stuff. Look at this guy, little animatronic pirate. He's hiding behind this little boat. There's fire on the beach. What do we got here? This guy, oh my god, he's shooting right at my face. Dude, are you challenging me to a duel? You're supposed to slap me in the face with a glove. And then when we do pistols at dawn, look at this guy. His boat is going down. He does not care. But anyways, yeah, all this stuff, it's really detailed. And you can do some pretty cool themes in the game. And of course, they've got their own wooden coaster here. We're going to ride this later. when I've got some time. You can ride all the rides. You have to test the rides. It's just so wild. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to start working away at this. So we currently have $5,700. So we can spend some of that. One thing I do want to quickly show, research. So, you know how I said we couldn't build some coasters? We can research in this scenario mode, right? You don't start with everything necessarily, so we can research it. Yes, we have to spend money now, but in the long run, we can plunk in a nice roller coaster in here and make money, make more money, hopefully. But that's the research. I'm going to start that at some point, but not quite right away. I want to have a bit more of a buffer because we're going to be spending some dough on these rides. So what I'm thinking right now is we just you know, plop this in for a little bit of variety. How much does it cost? $1,200. Yeah, we'll put it in. Now I want to leave enough room for a queue. But certain rides will have, you know, crazier queues. This is not a very wild ride, so it's not going to have too much demand, I suppose. So I'll just put it here, and that should still give me enough room for a suitable queue. And I'm actually going to kind of put it to the side here. And the reason I want to do that is, you know, it'll come up here. We can put some trees and rocks and stuff. And also get the effect of these trees that are already here to increase the scenery rating for this ride. You know, getting two birds stoned at once. This one, we'll just try and make it kind of square. Yeah, with every ride, we need to place an entrance and an exit, and then the queue line. Then we need to test it before we can open it up, much like you would do in the real world. So now we're going to do the queue here. Now this is a bit different from the normal path. Basically, this is the pathway in which people actually wait to get on a ride. They won't wait on that normal path. So I'm just going to, let's see here, do this. And we can actually do several things. We can change the length of each segment, the width, you know, make it wider if we want. I'm just going to keep it the default so it looks fine. And also the angle snap, we can do that. That's looking kind of funky for whatever reason. There we go. Freeform is fine, especially for this scenario. I'm not really going to be picky with how I'm doing stuff. Normally, I'd probably like terraform all of this and try and make it look really natural and have the rides, you know, basically make it look more like this half, but, you know, I don't want to spend too much time. And then we're going to go... Actually, no, go back to path. I'm going to use the same path that they've been using here to connect it there. Boom. Okay. So now what we need to do, each ride has, you know, several tabs here. We've got the testing tab. You've got the finance tab. So this is actually where we can adjust the ticket price and see the potential money we're going to be making and the running costs, so on and so forth. And having the lifetime profit is going to be pretty cool too. You can customize the ride so you can see these different colors. You can see the gold and the red. Again, I'm not going to customize that stuff in this scenario, but it's like, it's insane the level of detail you can get down to, and just the level of detail on these rides. Like look at this stuff. Like, it's pretty wild. Like, even the flooring, all of that. I mean, if we go, I love these booths. One, they've got this. Two, he's got a great ass water bottle, you know, the buttons, all that stuff. Oh wait, she's got a great ass. And yeah, it's very detailed. It's such a beautiful game. And then we have the operation, so you can say like, you know, min ride or load. So it's not going to start until half of the ride is full. We can change that to different intervals, and you know, the different wait time, min wait time, max wait time, and you can even do priority passes. With that, you have to have like a priority entrance and all that kind of stuff. But of course, it means people are going to pay more to get on the ride. And hey, I mean, you see those in real theme parks, so why not? And then, of course, we've got the maintenance tab. You can request an inspection schedule every 30 minutes. But if you don't have enough maintenance staff for all the rides and stuff, then this might slip. They might not be able to make it every 30 minutes. So that either means change your inspection to be, every 120 minutes or 60, something more, or hire more maintenance staff, or just shut the ride down until they can actually get around to it. So, because you're going to be losing money, especially if you have somebody just waiting there, not operating it, right? And we've even got these sequences, which I haven't fooled around with, but, you can say spin or spin fast, then there's a spin fast sequence, and then we can add, another one, so on and so forth. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Lots of stuff to do. So we're going to go back and test. You can see here, currently 56 scenery rating. A lot of that is probably to do with these trees and also proximity. You can see these, walls and flags. All that stuff counts as well. We'll hit start test. I'm going to hit play. With these, you really don't need to do like a full test. I can just hit stop test now and it would work. However, if you're building a roller coaster, like a custom coaster, so what happens, again, I don't want to get into it too much right now. I'll show you later. But you start with this little station here, and then you build each track segment one by one until you loop it back to the other side. It has to complete a loop. And then when you hit test, basically this coaster needs to ride the whole ride and then actually get back to here. If it doesn't get back to here, then the test is not complete, right? And if you can't do the test, then you can't actually open it for people to ride on because it's, essentially unsafe. So I'm going to hit stop test here. Wait a minute. Untested? What are you talking about? Oh, maybe there was an update recently because it used to not do this for me. So I'm going to speed time up. Alright. Finish. There we go. So it's done. We can now open this mofo. And you can see, it's not super exciting. There's no fear, but there's no nausea. So it's good for kids and stuff like that. And now you can see people coming into the queue. And over time, we're going to collect statistics about it. Already people are saying it looks too gentle for me. It's not worth some people's time or money and so on and so forth. So we can tweak it. We can add more spin fast, or I don't know, have some flames props outside, and maybe that'll get people more excited. But I'm going to hit pause again. One thing I don't want to forget about, and I feel like a lot of people, not intentionally, but might forget, is to get some food and drinks and stuff like that. I know there's a chief beef burger somewhere back over here. So if we click this, we can see the criticisms. It looks busy, I'll try somewhere else. Or I need the bathroom after chief beef. Oh, you and me both. So that's fine. But a lot of people are going to be over here, at least for my edition. So I'm going to put some food and drink on this side as well, especially in case these rides, you can see this one's getting pretty full. So just to give some people something else to do and somewhere else to spend their money. So I'm going to go with a little drink shack. And the controls for these buildings, too, I didn't really tell you too much about them, but by holding Z, I can rotate it. If I hold Shift, I can get it to go up and down. And then if I press X, you actually have even more custom controls. So I can specifically, move it on this axis only, this axis only, this axis only. And then, I can use different stuff. Just move it kind of more freeform. Anyways, you get the point. There's many ways to do it, but I'm just going to kind of do this little freeform, and I will put this guy not too far, but I'm going to get him like this, and then we can get some more scenery on either side, maybe some more props and stuff. But I want to get the basic stuff in for now, so they can buy money, and then let's get another ride Again, we're in pause mode, so I'm not too worried about scenery until I get the basic stuff done, and then I'm going to kind of do the scenery in between. So what I'm going to get is the wild blue. Wild blue. This guy's cool. It's like a, you know, old prop planes you get to fly around in, and the arm swings and they rotate and all that stuff is really cool. So I'm going to plunk this guy just here. And again, I want to make sure I leave room for the queue and for the exit. How much money do I have now? 7,000. You know what? Let's get this guy in now too. Which way? So these are like hammers, which is really cool. They swing. It's too close to this guy. So what I kind of want to do is actually have this be close-ish, as close as possible here. Maybe we'll put some rocks or something in between the path and the fence here. But let's get it as close as we can, reasonably. Because I like the idea of these kind of swinging over the path, you know? I think that'd be really cool to do. So now we've got those main ones placed. We need to actually go in and do the entrance. Let's do that quickly. So this one I'm just going to kind of we'll just put it right there. And then it gives us plenty of room to put a nice queue. And then we'll get the exit kind of centered. I guess I might as well do this now. We don't have to do the blue queue. We can do, yeah, let's maybe do like a simple brick or something like that. Mix it up a little bit. This I do want at, actually, let's try 45. That kind of is weird. There we go. Just trying to make use of as much space. Although that's kind of... not quite liking that, actually. See, sometimes the path, you know, stuff is weird. Yeah, let's just go with that. Again, I'm not going to be too picky. We have room here for some props, benches maybe, the trees and rocks and bushes and all that kind of stuff. And then let's go back to our standard path here and just do that. What am I doing here? Wait, let me exit. There we go. There we go. My bad. So we'll do the same thing over here. Kind of have the entrance on this side. But the exit we'll put on this side. And I like it how it keeps the same texture from the last one. No, actually. We want a lot of room here so there can be a lot of people who are going to pay a lot of money. And then go back to the exits. There we go. You know, this is this is ugly. I understand this, okay? Trust me, it breaks my heart to see this. But I, first and foremost, the scenarios in the career, I want to succeed in them. You know, I'm saving all my creative juices for the creative mode in the creative series, at least for now. So now what we need to do is we need to actually, before we test them, we should get some scenery going. So I'm just gonna kind of do a little willy-nilly. I'm gonna go and place some trees. I wish they had more trees in this scenario. Basically, we've only got like beech trees, some tropical stuff, and whatnot. So I'm mostly gonna be using the beech trees to kind of keep with the theme. See, like these guys aren't beech trees. Why don't you let me use those? But it doesn't matter. Beech trees are nice. I wish I had more variety. This one's kind of tricky because you can see it can't get too close to either ride, so let's see, maybe we can place a couple though. They're pretty close. The tree, he's reaching out, he's trying to hug his buddy. You know, I could get crazy with some other props, which I might try to do. And by props, I mean, like, you know, those little musket shooting guys and like pyrotechnics and stuff. It won't thematically necessarily make sense up here, but I don't care too much in this first episode here. Just trying to ease into the game. Actually, we can probably get another one right there. And then we've got a few other, you know, smaller versions of the beech tree as well. So we can kind of pepper that into a few spots. Basically, I mean, these trees aren't too expensive, so that's why I'm going buck wild. Right, $5 each, so that's actually a really good deal. Yeah, I forgot we gotta get some over here. So maybe get a big one. Like that. Let's go for the rhododendron. These are nice. Let's get a couple right here. Just go kind of like a little line. We'll place a few more. Yeah, let's get one. Get you right there. And we gotta work on the queue. You know, that's the exit. They don't care so much about the exit. But if we can get some in here, so they have some. That's kind of bad placement, you know, but it'll work. Sure, put one there. Now what I'm gonna do is get some rocks. Let's narrow this down. Rocks are cool too, and I really love how you can kind of mesh rocks together. We can lower them as well. We can do all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna put that one there. Let's get this one's kind of big, but we can make it smaller by bringing it down into the earth. So you see how it kind of just like meshes in with that? It almost looks like it's, you know, one rock. I mean, we're all on this one big rock we call planet Earth. See, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go and do a few more of these. Let's just rotate this one though. I'm just gonna use it because I've already got it on me. You know, I just like them because they fill in the space, they give it some height. Just something different to look at. That's kind of interesting being so flat. I could completely rotate these. Like, watch, if I press X, you can rotate it this way as well. You can rotate it any which way you want. Any which way. Any way you want it. But, you know. Anyways. Let's use this one again, I guess. I feel like I've used this too many times already. Now let's get some bushes going on in here. I like these nice red bushes. Bam. Put one maybe like kind of just right there. You know, growing on the side of the rock. We'll get a couple up here actually, right by the pathway. That guy there. And I like these ones as well because it's kind of like a low-lying sort of bush, you know, more of a ground cover. So it's really good just to kind of place around this stuff, and you know, you got it creeping onto the pathway there. It's quite lovely. Let's get it a bit more out here though. You know, I'm not doing anything too crazy in terms of scenery. But if we get some actual decent props going on, a few can go a long way. I guess we should probably put some more stuff. here. Let's get some there. Alright, let's go to, let's see if we got some props. There's all sorts of props. Big old, you know, sandwich toppings. It's campfire. Oh, here we go. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Let's rotate this mofo. I've already got an idea. Okay. We're gonna line them. Oopsies. Just rotate them each a little bit just to kind of stay perpendicular with their point on the path. Just loosely placing them. Boom. Those will actually fire. A few $100 well spent. We've got signs. We've got, you know, these animatronic dudes. How much money do I have left? A decent amount. Let's just, you know, get a few of these guys kind of firing at our people as they go into the line. Yeah, just kind of sneak them in there. Boom. What about you? What's this guy doing? Yeah, he's on the lookout for some ladies. He can hide by this rhododendron. Don't mind me. Okay. You know, we got some good stuff. What's this? Pirate Shack. That's fun. We'll do some more stuff as we need it. I think there is one thing I want, though. If I can find it in here. Yes. Exploding wooden barrel. Let's put it there. Now, one thing I want to do. No, I'm trying to click the barrel, yo. There we go. Activate on trigger. I don't actually really know how to set the triggers, so we'll see. Maybe it's like if somebody goes near it. I think that's what it'll do. All right, so now we gotta test a couple more rides. So I'm just gonna hit start test on both of these, and then we're gonna hit play. Boom. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink. All right. We can stop the test there. That one's good. This one's good. Alright. So when we go to this... Oh, scenery is actually 74. That's higher than I thought. 63, but we can make that better. One thing I do want to do... Yeah, I saw... Path. I want to get a few benches going on here. So people can sit. We need to get... Oh, snap. Oh, yeah. 801 guests in park. I'll take it. Actually, let's have a look-see. And, yeah, 2 rides. Of course, we've already got the 4 rides, so we just need to get up to 900 guests, which we are well on our way to doing after getting those rides in. But, yeah, let's place a couple of these. Just so people have a place to sit. Anybody dare to sit in between these is a rock star. There you go. And, oh, here we go. Wow, this is going quickly. This is going quickly. Because you plan things out, and then, boom, they go as you planned. We're going to get some garbage bins near these as well. So that, people have a place to put their garbage. Because if there's too much litter on the ground, then they'll complain. We also need to hire janitors and stuff, but for now, let's just go with that. One thing I do need to do is bathrooms. Let's get a nice looking one though. Oh wait, I need to finish this pathway. So I don't know how to do this. I should be able to do that. But basically, it's like they planned for the path to go that way, but it wasn't actually built. And they've done it on this side as well. I think that's pretty nifty. I'm just wondering how they, which one that is. Clearly, there's something I'm missing out on. But anyways, let's go back to shops and facilities. We'll get this big, beefy dude. And I'm going to plunk him right there. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Also, there's an exit from the back. So I might even want to have a pathway that... or an exit or an entrance, or both. And look at how this stuff lights up. We can change that lighting and all this. It's really cool. Change the music. This is really cool. Add your own music to my document /frontier development /planet coaster /user music. So we can actually use our own. If you want some kind of crazy heavy metal song or something, you can have it blaring for certain rides. And yeah. That's just awesome. So let's see. It looks too intense for me. Well, so long, kid. Too intense? Well, that's the point. Oh, this is up to 68 now. I wonder... oh, the benches probably did that. Okay. So, let's keep an eye... how much money were we... 8,200. Let me hit play. One thing I want to do on these rides is actually... I'm upping this to 11 bucks. Because if there's a lot of people in line... then hopefully that means they'll pay. This is going up to 550. This guy, 4. This guy will be, we'll just do 8. And we'll see. We'll see what that does. We might get this this challenge accomplished nice and early. Oops, wrong button. Oh, what did I... this is what I want to look at. Wow, we're actually getting pretty close to the 1100. People are using the bathrooms. They like that. That's the best attraction that we've got right now. So, the month is over. We got 8,600. You know, the months are not like 30 night-day cycles, basically. I think a month is actually a day-night cycle, like... a day in the game is actually equal to a month. But if we get to 1100, then we don't need to maintain 1100. We just need to get to it. And same thing for the 10,000. So I don't know which one we'll get to first. Looks like we might get to the riders, the visitors. Come on, 4 more. 2 more. 2 more, please, please, please. Don't tease me. There we go. In terms of the money made, that can be tricky. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of people in line for this, so maybe not queuing that long. Well, they're not complaining about the money, so I'm actually going to up it by $1. And what about this guy? The queue is too long. I want to go on it. Well, let's up it to 12. And this one is full. We could build another ride. Let's see if I can do this without building another ride. We're gonna give it 1 more month. If we don't make it to 10,000, then I'll build some more. We can do that, or I could maybe research something. I might research a roller coaster. In the meantime, why don't we ride one of these rides? You know what? I don't want to ride it. I want to watch this lady ride it. Those glasses are not long for this world. She is having a fun time, though. Woo! Ah! Whee! That's cool, man. Are you gonna puke yet? I love that one tree. Well, we can zoom in and out. How much money we at now? 6,900. All right, how about we take a gander? Oh yeah, that guy. Did he just do the jerking off motion? Stop jerking off a ghost, dude. This is wicked awesome. Oh, you're looking at these people. That makes it even weird. Oh, who's this kid? Of course, we can sit in the first person view. See, that's what I was talking about. It looks like you're gonna, well, now it's slowing down, but you know, going over the pathway. So it's really cool for people looking on, and then for these guys being on the ride too. I think it's pretty nifty. How we doing? 7,900. I don't know if we'll make the money. Like, look at all these people waiting though. If it's too full, well, maybe we should just increase the price. If it's too full. I mean, if we build more rides, then they'll ride them. But that costs money too, and time, and effort. It's crazy. What are we at? Oh shit. Please, 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 please. Come on. No, just like 100 more. Do it. Oh! No! You're killing me, Smalls. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do, because... Actually, should we wait one more month? That might do it. We'll wait one more month. It's too full. Look at that. Let's see. Yeah, it is very full. Oh, you know what? While we're waiting for this month, why don't we ride this ride? Let's ride it. First person style, yo. Yeah. Right in front. So you can see this coaster actually has 2 trains, and you can do that. Oh, his hands. My hands burn. Oh. Hello. What are you working with there, buddy? Yeah, you can have more than one train, which is awesome. Look at, like, when I say detailed, look at, you can see the tire, you can see the tread marks on the tire, the bolts and nuts. The chain is moving. Let's get this train moving though. Come on, get on. Oh, there we go. Oh, that is the game speed. Whoa. Yeah. My hands, I love them. Oh, look at this guy up there. I love doing roller coasters that actually, yeah, they interact with the terrain and stuff. I go crazy on that kind of stuff in creative mode. Like, it's insane. Not accessible. Don't worry about it. They're just talking about the back of this, but it's okay. So, look at this queue is full, that queue is full, this queue is full, even this queue is full. You know, one thing we could do is increase the price of food and stuff. Looks too busy? Wow. We should definitely up the price then to, say, $6 for all this. And you can get really, like, you get extras. Look, we can say marshmallows, fudge pieces, ice cream, all that stuff. These people ain't getting none of that. But maybe in one of my other parks I'll do that. Come on. What are we working with? So we were at like $9,850. So we'll see. If we're less than that on this one, it's because people are kind of losing a bit of interest and they don't like waiting so much in the queues. Like, they're going to react to that eventually. So we probably will need to put in more rides and stuff. It's not looking too good. We're almost at the end. We need 2,000 more to go. I don't know. This is a beautiful sunset, though. I tells you. Look at them hammers. Oh, man. Yeah. So we've actually made like 800 less, which is a bummer. So what I'm going to do, I thought I could basically speed play this one, is we're going to go to, what am I looking for? Research. My bad. So, research. I'm going to start researching, we could do family ride or a coaster. I'm going to do coaster. And I'm going to, with this, you can actually, to speed up the research, you know, it would take 90 days here, which is like 3 months or like 3 days in game. But if I go to 3,000, now it's going to put it at half. So we're going to do that. And in the meantime, I'm actually going to put a couple more of these existing rides in. And hopefully that'll get more people on the rides. And less people complaining about queue time. So I'm going to put another one of these guys just over here on the other end for now. We'll just put them like that. Let's place the entrance like that. Place the exit just kind of nice and center. And then connect this mofo. Yeah, that's fine. And then this guy, boom. So, let's go in and do some speed, naturification. Let's get a few of these guys going on. Rotate you like that. Rotate you like so. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. Na 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 na. You don't want to hear me sing because I can't sing, but I love to sing, even though I suck at it, and I know. You should hear me in the car. Okay, we'll put in a couple racks and bushes. Thanks, Barack Obama. Oh, Lord. That's not how nature works. That is not how it works. Alright, let's mix it up a little bit more. Let's mesh some of these guys. Sure, why not? Get it going on this side too. Big rocky turd. And over here. Okay, let's get a couple bushes. Again, I'm not doing anything too inspired. I understand that. And I thank you for your patience. That's what the creative mode is for me. And the challenge mode, when we actually get doing that. That'll care about, because it's like our park. You know, this is not my park. This is somebody else's park. They just gave me the keys for the weekend or like an evening drive. I guess I could do a couple props. What have we? Sure, let's just randomly place this right here. Jetty. Oh. Hello. Oh my god. This will raise up and in and out of the water. We could put them over here. And you can, oh, no, but I'm not going to do that. Ooh, this is cool though. Watch this. Boom. Just make it a little more romantic at night, you know? Just sure, we could put that somewhere. Let's put it right there. For shits and giggles. Now it's getting ugly and tacky. We can get a mast. How much does that cost? 30 bucks? That's a steal, man. You couldn't find this lumber for 30 bucks. You could, I guess. Maybe. Alright. So now let's test this bad boy. Alright, we don't need to test them. We'll just open them. We don't need to test it for long, basically. Okay. So now exit out of this. Let's speed things up again, and let's go see how... I mean, I know I always pause, so the research is going to be, like, not doing much, but 4%. So you can see the days, right? Like, 42. The day-night cycle is kind of weird. But it'll give us a nice notification when that's done. This is going to help at least, you know, take some load off of the other rides. Get more people spending money. Who knows? That might even be enough to... I'm going to put this up to 6. This might be enough to get us over the 10,000 profit. Although I did spend money, so maybe not. One thing I'm going to have to do soon is hire janitors. There's going to be litter and stuff gathering at some point. Like, they're going to have to empty. You can see these garbage bins are filling up, which is so cool. This guy's just like, please stop shooting at me. This guy's having fun. He's like, yeah, they're trying to get hit by the bullets, man. What are our current statistics? Well, they don't tell us here how many guests we have, but it's fine. They will tell us up here. Looks too busy. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm thirsty. We're going to put another drink thingy right over here. People are thirsty. You gotta give them what they want. Here, we'll put this guy, though. It's a little different. There you go. Get your drinks, you ding-dongs, and it's right next to the bathroom, too. So you can go pee immediately after. Not much scenery, but whatever. Oh, and the lights are coming on. Yeah, we might have to build even more rides kind of over here. Maybe I'll get the... No, it's not the rides. Yeah. Path. We'll flesh this guy out. And I can put like another one of these dudes over here. How much money do I have? 18,000. Oh, we got plenty of money. Yeah, we... Oh, shoot. Sugar. Stop it. Pause it. View ride. The high seas, that's what this guy is called. It's broken down. So we got to go to maintenance. I'm going to have to spend $2,700 fixing it and request an inspection. Hopefully maintenance gets on that. I still have money though, so you know what? I'm going to get another one of these guys going on. We'll just put them like that. Entrance will go... I'm actually going to sneak them here, and then the exit will be on this side. Do the old weave. Sure. That's fine. And then the exit. Simple enough. Not going to worry about it too much. And then we'll test it. Hit play. There. It's open. I don't even think I really need to test that one. Scenery, though. I'm not going to pause it to place this scenery. I will place this, though. And a bench. And we'll get some more trees. Again, I know this is kind of boring doing this for the scenarios. I'm kind of doing the same thing over and over, but you know what? They don't know any different. Some smaller ones. And even smaller ones. Then I'll probably pop in some like rhododendrons or the bushes. Yeah. Let's get, put you right there so people look at it and like, ooh, pretty flowers. There you go, shitheads. Enjoy your shitty bushes. Oh, they're right on the path. That's fine. Gives them something to do. Avoid getting prickled, thistled, pricked, whatever. It's done already? Wow. So we can do family ride or the first aid. I'm not going to worry about the first aid. I don't think I need that. So, now if we go to coasters. Wait. Am I being silly? Oh, reveal it. Ah, my bad. Oh, man. I could have spent a long time wondering why it wasn't showing up. So we got the Looney Turns coaster. Let's check that bad boy out. Coasters. The Madness. That's not it. This is a different one, so I don't know. Oh, so that's the base one. I can make my own. But you know what? How much is this guy? This guy only costs 4,000. Why don't we put this in? This is gonna save me a lot of time and effort. I think what I'll do is actually continue this pathway over. Just have this guy kind of like... Let's see how we can do this. Have him like that. Alright, let's hit pause. Let's finish this pathway up to it. Actually, first let's do the queue. Yeah. Place entrance. Sure, just start there. And then the exit will be right here. We'll bring this down. Wait. Why are you curving like that? Oh, my bad. How do I want this to go? Gotta leave room for the exit. It's fine. This path can kind of curve over to the other side. But let's, yeah, let's get this. How wide is that? That's 6 wide, I think. Yeah, boy. We will freeform this. First by going over this way. Nah, man. It doesn't have to be like this. Just in case I want to put something else behind here. Oopsies. Okay. Oh yeah. There we go. And then go back to paths. This guy can go down to 4. It's kind of a weird little kink, but I don't mind it for now. And again, we'll just do some basic scenery. Quickly. Just kind of spam it. I wish they had more variety of trees other than the beech trees that I could do. I feel like I've mentioned that a couple times, but it doesn't make it any less true. Alright. Get a couple bushes in. That works. Whatever, they're gonna love this ride too much to care about the queue. That's not true, and I know it, but... So, we gotta test this sexy beast out. Let's hit play. Actually, we should, you know... We should get on it to test it out. You know? See what it's like. Oh, lordy. I'm so scared, guys. Oh, it's got some serious hang time. They're just gonna hold us up here? Man. You can customize that too, how long it holds at that segment. Oh, nice loop. That's a good loop right there. I'm having fun. Whee! And then that's like a brake section just to slow it down at the end. And there as well. There you go. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So we can open it now. What? Excitement and fear? Oh, you shut your horse mouth. Pricing. I guess we'll keep it at that for now. So with time, we should hopefully make some money back from that. I could research another ride. It might be too late in the month for this to really take us over the top. But we'll see. People are going. And you know what? We've actually got room here to put... maybe put another one of these. Could put a couple things here, but let's put that guy right there for now. Alright, we're getting back up there. How's this doing? Because people have to walk pretty far away, but oh, they're slowly finding their way over. And they're taking some of the pressure off of the other rides too. And this does make 15 bucks per person. And they don't have to wait too long either, because there's the 2 coasters, so this could be good for us. What are we at? Oh shit. I don't think we're gonna make it again. Oh, yes, you sick son of a bitch, I did it! Who do you think you are? I am! Oh, yeah, baby. That's the way I like it. This is my Adam Sandler impression. Yeah, baby. This is my Jack Nicholson impression. Alright, that actually was... I don't know why I'm so excited. I've already beaten this before, but... You know, it's different when you've got an audience and you're trying to do it in a somewhat, you know, decent time frame. Not that it took me much longer. If anything, I actually probably did it quicker the first time. Just because I didn't have to stop and think and talk. And think about what I was going to talk about, so on and so forth. And actually, when I did it, I didn't build a roller coaster. That's what will really blow your mind. But, roller coaster certainly helped. I think I just did like one other ride or something like that, and I jacked up the prices a bit more. But that can be bad too, because then people will say I can't afford to go on that ride. But you know, how you guys doing? Look at the lady. She's like, I'll have the fudge and the fudge. How you doing, buddy? He's pretty happy. Look at how spry he is. So this is, did I show you guys? You can, their employment, I can give them a raise. You can train them. Next staff level, capable. So I can start training them. So now, next is skilled. Oh, no, he was capable. Now he's skilled. But, can't train until September 23rd. That's cool. So now they'll expect more money, though. So how about 175 per month, buddy? Yeah, that's right. 25 buck raise. You, on the other hand, what are you doing? He's very happy because there's nobody here. Oh, somebody puked here? Dude, that's gross. Don't step in it! Don't. Oh, that was so close, dude. You have no idea. Oh, he's capable. Wait, Gary? No, that's still that guy. I want this guy. There we go. Oh, he's not very happy. There you go. You can have a raise, though. He's just mad his buddy is, like, getting all the business. Yep. There you go. You can actually... Alright. So you can't... I mean, there aren't any actual, like, toilets you can see. I think that's probably for obvious reasons. But yeah, so this is the first scenario. We're successful. Well, we got a bunch of notifications that I probably don't care so much about. But there you go. That's one way to do it. There's many ways you can do it. I mean, we're making bank. The cool thing is you can just keep playing this if you want, or move on to the next scenarios and stuff like that. Again, right now, currently, if you have the game, you're limited to the scenarios, but there should be on November 17th the full release with, you know, I think all of the scenarios or 10 more. I don't know if that's like all of them or just there's going to be 10 more and then there'll be more to come, but regardless, that's enough to keep us busy for the next little while. Look at this place, it's hopping. It's hopping. Can I just see guest summary? Adult guest 470, teens, family groups. Wow. Finances. Oy. Yeah, we could probably be doing better on some of this stuff. Do more research. Wait, there's a third item. Oh, a wooden coaster. Dope. Staff. You can hire these guys, which is really cool. I'm gonna hire you right now. Show them what you're made of. He's got a metal jaw. Your job is pretty average. How about a pay increase? $213. Free roaming is all he can do. You can actually manage his work roster, which is wild. It's so wild. He's so tall. Why don't you shoot these kids? Yeah, why are you so tall, dude? Look at him go. He's so cool. There's other mascots and stuff too, and available, just not all in this mode. But anyways, I'm gonna take this back to the main menu. Yeah, look at that Ferris wheel. The one thing with the game, at least currently, is the menu load time. It takes a few seconds. Not a big deal, but you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. So maybe that's just something that's affecting the beta and will be sped up. But I mean, the game, there's a lot going on in this game, so I can understand why. It was really fun. I'm going to be doing the other scenario in the next episode, and then, you know, I kind of like to do a scenario an episode, but that will depend as well on how big and expansive the scenarios are. We might have to split them up into a few episodes per scenario at some point if they get too involved, but you know, we'll play it by ear. As well, I'm also going to be starting up the creative series of Planet Coaster. So like I said, there's going to be 2 series of it. You know, this will be Planet Coaster Career or something like that, and then the other one will be Foxman Plays Planet Coaster Creative. Just so you know, and they'll each be sequential, their own sequence, right? Episode 1, 2, 3. Each one will have their own numbers. So, yeah, check that out if you like that kind of stuff. I'm definitely going to be doing more of looking at other people's blueprints and whatnot for the creative one as well. I think that's going to be fun, and I'm going to be making a bunch and uploading them. So hopefully you'll find them interesting and maybe want to subscribe and put them in place on your own, in your own theme park. Go Toronto. Toronto's better than Vancouver, more like Stinkcouver. Am I right? But that's going to do it for this episode. If you're new to the channel, well, welcome. Don't be shy with that subscribe button if you want to be alerted when there are new episodes. And as well, given that this is the first episode in this series, it'd be nice if you liked it, if you hit that like button. Again, if you didn't like it, don't push it. I don't want any pity or whatever. But if you liked it, then hit the like button. It lets me know that you've enjoyed how I've created the content, and it makes me create more, because I'm saying, hey, people enjoy watching this, so that's how I know. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.